Hello, collective. This is Satya, back with another message, back with another reading. It is Mercury station direct. It is also Mother's Day. So I hope you guys are enjoying time with your mothers. If you are a mother, I hope you are enjoying your day. If you ain't a mother, I hope you are still enjoying your day. But make sure that you are enjoying your day and reaching out to the important people in your life, no matter what day it is. Mother's Day, Father's Day, Grandparents' Day, Aunt and Uncle's Day, Cousin's Day, birthday, non-birthday, right? It is important to reach out to the people that we know, we love, we care about, because you never know what tomorrow holds, right? So I want to do a Mercury stationing direct video. I did one before using the energy of this deck here, the Oracles of Novice Witches, and that was a really great message. So I wanted to continue this energy and do one that's a little bit more relationship centered. So I'll be using some of my relationship cards, the Twin Flames Exposed, the I don't know what this is, Twin Flames and Union or Separation, but like some of my love relationship Twin Flames decks, because a big part of this Mercury retrograde in Taurus was really about relationships, right? Needing to look at our relationships, whether it was with romantic partners, whether it was with our relationship to resources or our family, but it really was about reviewing, revising, and analyzing if we are developing or living in developed patterns that are maximizing benefits for us when it comes to relationships. Again, whether that's relationships with our family, our friends, with ourselves, or with resources. So to start off, and before we actually dig into these cards, go to my Instagram page, Satya, Drashta, Esoterica. I have the link below. Follow me there. I do a lot of posting, especially when new videos come up and come out. But I'm going to start doing a little bit more posting on the meaning of tarot cards and things like that. So follow me there and make sure that you stop by my Etsy shop. I got some new offerings there, some new readings I think that you guys would like. So check it out. Let me know what you think. If you're interested, go ahead and book something. Go ahead and book something. You hear what I'm saying? So having said all that, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to pull just a card or two from this deck to get an energy about, relationships, again, whether that's with ourselves, romantic partners, or friendships. Because friendships, just as much as relationships with romantic partners, if they're not healthy, they can really take us down. Lessons, right? Knowledge, understanding, looking for lessons in a particular situation. Again, that is what Mercury retrograde was about. It was about looking at our patterns, looking at our habits, looking at how we live our life. Is it working, right? Are we family, solitude? I'm going to stop right there. Okay. Y'all hear poo-poo out there barking. Solitude, maybe needing to be alone, needing to nurture yourself, needing to meditate, right? Needing to get into an energy where you're retreating, you're introspecting, you're being silenced, you're being in silence, or you're silencing those thoughts inside of your head so you can really get a perspective on lessons. Family, I mean, there's, no other way to say that. Family, right? Whether it's your external family or your internal family. I guess not internal, external. What am I saying? Whether it's your extended family, right? Your extended family, or whether this is like your nuclear family, mom, dad, sister, brother, or your external family, right? Your uncles, aunts, grandparents, that kind of energy. But I think with this lesson in Taurus, this retrograde in Taurus, this is asking us to go deep within ourselves and think about what we've been working on through Mercury retrograde, and think about, integrate, and develop a new framework around those lessons that are going to put us in a better place with our family. So I'm going to also pull something from the healing deck, my healing deck, shamanic healing oracle. Because a lot of times, the relationships we have with our family can be really painful, right? Parents don't have a guidebook on what they should be doing, how they, how to parent. It's not easy being a parent. So we have reunion of souls. This could be a past life, individual lessons, communication, appearances of individuals who have passed. Or this could be, doing that, again, that shadow work, that soul work, therapy, counseling, and reuniting with family members on a deep level. Discernment, right? Being able to look at things, again, on a very, very deep level to understand and get the lesson and move forward with logic, with the ability to know what is good for you and what is not good for you. Sacred space. I think this speaks to the solitude card on the bottom of the deck. Letting go. There you go. You can see it. Letting go. Knowing when to say yes, knowing when to say no, knowing, if this is really going to work. And look, I think this lines up perfectly. Sacred space, right? Solitude, right here. Discernment, lessons, reunion of souls, family. Letting go. So this could very much be an energy of what we've done, what you've done over the course of Mercury retrograde has really allowed you, right, some time and space to think about your relationship with your family, right? Now again, whether this is your nuclear family, your extended family, or the family that you've made outside of blood family, right? Your friends, the people you connect with, the people that you've invited into your life. But I think what this is saying is, you have been able to, over the course of this retrograde, you've been able to think about your family, the people that you call family, and determine if those people, if those individuals are healthy for you. Sometimes we invite people into our lives that are not healthy. Sometimes we end up pairing up with individuals, whether by choice or by not, that are actually super freaking toxic. And, especially if they are our blood family, it's hard to let them go. It's hard to say no to them, right? It's hard to create those boundaries. But sometimes we have to. And I think with this discernment and this lessons pairing, this is saying, hey, you have learned, you have sought, you have analyzed, right, the situation. You've sought out what the lesson is to learn here. And it might be to let go, whether let go some of those individuals or let go the expectations you have for those individuals, or, letting go of past standards, right? Maybe it's time to review, revise, and change. But that is the energy. Oh, off bat, what do we got? Two of Cups, Eight of Wands, and the Star. That came off right off the top. So let's stick with that. And then the Nine of Pentacles. So Nine of Pentacles speaks to an overall energy of taking time to nurture, putting in the work to, come out on the other side with a level of maturity, a level of wisdom, a level of abundance. This is an energy of discipline, being self-reliant, not because, you were born that way, or, you inherited this, these resources, but that through time, skill development, discipline, through diplomacy, through tactful behavior, you have developed a level of maturity, a level of discipline, to where you are relying on yourself. You have taken the time out to nurture yourself. And because of that focus on who you are as a person and the slow, steady progress to develop those skills, you are now at a level where you have, right, abundance, you have freedom, you have success. The Two of Cups speaks to an energy of, right, emotional wisdom about relationships, knowing that you are worthy of love, of the deepest kind of love, of respect, of equal give and take, of harmony in relationships, of a relationship or a partnership that is based on mutual respect. This is very much about knowing what you are worth and choosing to engage in relationships or partnerships with individuals who can give you what you know you're deserving of, right? This is choosing peace, love, and harmony, and walking away from things that are not bringing that into your life. The Eight of Wands, well, let's do the Star here. The Star is truth, insight, renewal, inspiration. This is heavy, like muse energy. This is knowing someone, looking at somebody, having someone in your life that is just healing energy, right? This is, being constantly inspired. This is knowing that, again, well, there is hope, right? There's light at the end of the tunnel, but this is like being around something, around somebody, or having something in your life that constantly inspires you and feeds your soul, right? This is coming home after a 70-hour work week and being able to take a hot shower, having a nurturing meal, having something, renewing to drink, sitting on that comfortable sofa or laying in that bed and, having someone or whatever scratch your head or scratch your back and falling into a deep, peaceful sleep and waking up and knowing that everything is okay. That is Star energy right here. And what? Yes, sir. And the Eight of Wands is striking while the iron is hot. Eight of Wands is haste. Eight of Wands is thinking on your feet. Things are coming in fast. There are multiple opportunities. Action, 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 action. And so I think, again, talking about Mercury retrograde, learning the lessons, having done that work with the energy of, I'm going to put this over here, with the energy of letting go, the Nine of Pentacles, family. I think this is saying in the past, right, the not so distant past, there may have been some difficulty that you've been experiencing with relationships, specifically with your biological family or the people that you call your family. I think those relationships could have been a little on the toxic side. They could be kind of difficult. They could be like clashing, right? The expectations that you have for your family or the expectation that your family members have for you may not have been in alignment, right? They were not necessarily a Two of Cups type of energy. So going through life, right? You've been learning the hard lessons, knowing who you can depend on, knowing who you cannot depend on. And you've reached a point where, let me go ahead and feed my little fish Slarmy while I'm talking. You have been going through that lesson and you have been learning that sometimes you might have to go it alone. There may be a need for you to separate or distance yourself from individuals. There may be a need to rethink, right, how you interact with certain people, the expectations that you place on them. Like you might have gone through Mercury Retrograde and now you're coming out of it and you know that I just can't depend on this family member or this person in my life for emotional support. They're not at a place where they can support me that way. So going forward, I have to use discernment on how I interact with them. Or I know this particular person in my family, in my social circle is just not the person that I call on and tell good news to, because, you know, they just don't have the skill set or, you know, whatever it might be to congratulate me, right? They're the downer in the family. They always got some shit to say. They always want to, you know, rain on my parade. So I know now that these people can only serve these purposes. And so I'm moving forward with discernment, knowing these lessons, and I'm letting go of certain things, certain expectations about certain people, or I'm letting go of certain people altogether. And this is an exciting time for you because you have freed yourself from burdens. You have found out that you need to rely much more on yourself in certain areas, right? And you're moving forward in your relationships with tact and diplomacy, right? With a level of maturity so that you can find the star energy with the people in your life that do bring you harmony, that do bring balance, right? That do give you a level of mutual respect. This card is speaking to me as well. This spread is speaking to me as well. There are just certain people in my life, in my family, that I know I cannot go to for advice, right? There are certain people in my family, friend family included, that, you know, they give one piece of advice and it never is enough, right? Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing or something I'm confused about, it's always the same fucking piece of advice. And it doesn't ever help because it doesn't align with the type of person I am. It doesn't align with my energy. And in the past, right, I have been upset because it's like, well, why can't you see things my way? Like, your advice doesn't help. Don't you have better advice? And the answer is no, they don't. They have one type of advice to give. And so I have to decide if that is going to work for me or if I've got to let that go. And so we've got the Queen of Swords in reverse. We've got the Page of Swords upright. Both very new idea type energies, thinking, logic, head over heart. We got a Pentacles. We got the Strength card, King of Swords. So let's go ahead and see what this energy is bringing to us. Already off bat, this is talking about the way we view things, the way we think about things, possibly needing to revise and hold true to, right? Head over heart. The Queen of Swords in reverse is an emotionally over emotional person, someone who says things that cuts, someone who's cold-hearted, someone who doesn't take the feelings of others into consideration, says what's on their mind, and moves the hell on, regardless of what they said or what they did that may hurt someone. The Page of Swords is an energy of new ideas, mental breakthrough or clarity. This is an energy of you finally come to the realization. The Strength card in reverse is about inner strength. This is about, seeking self, right? This is about not necessarily exerting your strength, right? But again, kind of coming to a realization that the struggle is something that you have to face. Overcoming or working to overcome insecurity, that internal struggle, right? The battle that you have with yourself. The Four of The Four of Pentacles in reverse is about pessimism, greedy, kind of being stingy, possessive, control, kind of holding on to things in an energy of self-preservation. And the King of Swords is the ultimate sword card, head over heart, logic, right? Still being balanced in that logic, right? But having like true clarity on how you're thinking, what you're thinking, and being able to make those decisions based on hard logic. So again, I think this is really speaking to the fact that you and we have come out of Mercury retrograde, having learned some lessons that are hard lessons, that are sharp lessons, that are lessons that would otherwise, right, be painful. And maybe these were painful lessons, but we did think about it. We put a lot of mental energy, sword, inner strength, stinginess, self-protection. We have been engaging with people in our life in a way that was not the best for us. We might have been giving too much. We might have been overlooking our own needs. We might have been over-investing in others, right? And it hasn't been working. So we've come out of Mercury retrograde with a new way of thinking. And this new way of thinking is a little cold-hearted, right? Some people might feel like we're being unkind. They might feel like we're being cold-hearted. But this energy is because things weren't working before. I wasn't feeding myself before, right? And so now I have a new way of thinking. I have a new way of operating where I have to be more self-reliant. I have to let go. I am now seeking harmony, unity, mutual respect, and balance. I am renewed. I am now investing in myself, right? I am no longer looking for my family members to give me that star energy, that clearing, that healing, that renewal energy. I now am providing that for myself with this. I'm going to switch this around like this, and I'm going to come back to that. No, I'm going to come back to this. With this new idea right? With this new way of thinking that is cold-hearted and kind of cruel, but the truth, right? And honest. We are now in a place where we have developed a new way of thinking that is a little on the selfish side. This is about self-preservation. This is about me being strong for myself, breaking these habits of over-investing in others, being a little greedy, being a little stingy with my energy, not telling everybody my business, right? Not sharing everything with everybody, not depending on others, but really focusing on myself, being self-reliant, right? And using that level of internal strength to support myself through the trials and tribulations that I'm feeling in life, to be my own rainbow, to be my own umbrella when it's raining. Because in the past, we have been relying on our family to do that, and it hasn't been working. This Nine of Pentacles is really, again, about discipline, self-reliance, doing what you need, nurturing yourself so that you can live an abundant life, a successful, a free life, but it's a self-reliant life. You're not relying on other people to give you what you want and need. You've developed this through hard work yourself. And that's exactly what this bottom row here, full of swords, is saying. You are now in an energy where you know what it is you want, you know what it is you need, you know that unfortunately no one else is going to be able to give that to you. And so you are your own star. You are saying, if you don't fill my cup, I can't pour as much into yours. I'm not just cutting people off. I'm not just out here like, no, I'm not even going to pour into yours at all. But you now know what equal give and take is. You now are aware that sometimes you have to fill your own cup, right? There she is, pouring water from 2 jugs. There's the 2 cups. You're no longer just dumping into other people. You are now pouring what you can, if you want to at all, right, into other people, and reserving. With this 4 of Pentacles in reverse, you are now kind of being possessive, being stingy. You are now protecting yourself, because with this new realization, these sword cards, you have learned the lesson. You're moving forward with discernment, and it is an exciting time for you, right? You are now going to be able to move forward. And the 8 of Wands is about action. It's about moving forward. It's about things coming your way. But you are now gaining that momentum and being able to move forward in this new energy where you are valuing yourself, you are pouring into yourself, you are pouring still into others, but with a level of discernment, because you've learned the lesson. Sometimes, right, with this reunion of souls, sometimes you have to take some time away from your family and come back to them. Sometimes you have to let people go, and you can't have that deep type of relationship that you would hope to have with your family with them. Sometimes it's just not possible. Not because you aren't capable, not because they aren't capable, but sometimes somewhere in between. I can't fuck with you this way because this is who I am. This is what I need. You can't fuck with me this way because this is who you are. This is what you need. And unfortunately, those two needs clash. It is not a 2 of Cups relationship. And because of that, I'm going to, oh, look at that, underneath this card here, movement into balance. There's that swirly energy for sacred space. Movement into balance, this talks about balance. So I think, again, this is really speaking to the fact that you've done some healing work, right? You've done some healing work for sure. And you have found that, there's a requirement, or there's a need, right, to create a healthy barrier between some people in your family, whether that's chosen family or biological family. But there is definitely a level of healing that has happened here with how you deal with your family. And as you move forward, furthering that lesson, learning more about that, and really becoming more self-reliant, what you're going to see is a healing, a renewal, you're going to heal. You're going to heal. Family relationships are going to get better. The way you think about yourself is going to get better. And the energy, the amount of energy that you have to invest in yourself, and it's going to, right, you're going to feel more free. So here we have 3 major arcana cards and a wand, pentacle, and cup card. So here I've got the 2 of gems, priorities, balancing priorities. What's important for you? It might not be important for them, but whose life are you living? Their life? Are they living your life? No, they're living their life, you're living your life, and you need to balance your priorities. Here's the 2 of cups, here's the 2 of pentacles. 2 is about balance, it's about give and take, it's about harmony, right? Yin and yang, give and take, peace and love, balance. So I think this is talking to this level of balance that we're seeking to find. The wand cards here, journey and action, 8 of wands right here. This is about action, the journey toward action, the journey to moving forward, the journey towards these new opportunities, this exciting time, right? You're no longer stagnant. You're no longer stuck. You've decided to let go. And now, once you've let go of this thing, you can move forward, right? The journey is about movement. It's about progress. The 8 of wands is about action. You are moving towards new opportunities, new things. What? Emotional maturity. Emotional maturity. You have found that, again, there is this level of interaction that you can have with the people in your life and nothing beyond that. And you're not trying to be mean or disrespectful, right? But with this Queen of Cards, though this may feel, right, bitter and cruel-hearted, and, well, you don't do this no more, and, you've really changed, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, I get that, but you're coming from a place of emotional maturity. You are mastering your emotions. Would it be better if you stayed in this situation where you did not have harmony and you were being emotionally immature, expecting, requiring, pushing, demanding that others behave the way you want them to behave? No, that absolutely would not be the Master of Raindrops. The Master of Raindrops says, I recognize that there's only so much that people in my life might be able to give me. And because they can't give that to me, I'm not going to demand that from them. Instead, I am seeking balance. 1, 1, 11, that's justice, that's balance. 1 plus 1 is what? Say it with me, 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. There's the 2. There's the 2. You know what I'm saying? This, again, is about a level of balance that you have found. I'm going to put these here. You have found a level of balance and unity and harmony in your life through this Mercury retrograde. 8, 9, 10, 11. 8 plus 3 is 11. There's the 2 again, right? There's the 2 once again. And the 8 of wands was doubled up right here. So this is, again, about finding that balance, seeking a level of understanding and saying, I cannot get this from this person, and that's okay. I'm going to rebalance. I'm going to reprioritize. I'm going to move forward in a way with tact, with diplomacy, right? But I'm going to move forward to a level of self-reliance where I'm not depending on my family members for the shit they can't give me. And I'm going to have to unlearn some habits. The Hierophant speaks to the things that we learn or unlearn, the expectations that society has for us, right? This is about traditions. This is about societal expectations, the chains of tradition, of expectation that tie us down. And sometimes we have to unlearn those things. And I think that is speaking to this row right here, right? The emotional maturity speaking to these 3 swords cards. We have learned that this is not working, and we're going forward using this new knowledge with emotional maturity, but we're going to be a little bit selfish. We've had to unlearn the ties that are, that have sort of we have had to unlearn the habits, the patterns that have tied us to our family. And I think that speaks to the 4 of Pentacles in reverse and the Strength in reverse. We've had to unlearn these habits that have essentially in the past resulted in us giving over our strength to others, right? Being strong for others instead of ourselves. Instead of investing into ourselves, we've been investing in others. And now we're unlearning those toxic habits and investing in ourselves. Being strong for ourselves, being greedy for ourselves. And there's a level of clarity that has come with that through this Mercury retrograde. And the sun, actually, as we're talking about Mercury, the sun and Mercury are always closely linked. Because Mercury is so close to the sun and it's such a fast planet, it can be found only in the sign of the sun, one sign before it or one sign after. So Mercury is never far away from whatever sign the sun is in. And it's bringing clarity. Mercury retrograde is set to help us find clarity. I think this was a great reading. I think it echoes a lot of the things that, we were talking about before Mercury retrograde happened. Go back and check out the Mercury retrograde in Taurus video I did. And I think what you'll see is that foreshadows this lesson, right? I know this definitely speaks to me. And I'm feeling really empowered, empowered to move on in the path, that is laid out before me. I hope you are feeling the same way. I hope this has given you a level of understanding, guidance, clarity, insight. I hope this has, brought to the light, what you needed to know. I also want you guys to like this video, subscribe to this channel, check out my Etsy shop, and follow me on Instagram. And happy Mother's Day to all you people out there. Enjoy your day. It is Sunday, Monday's coming up. Womp, womp, womp. But I am wishing you peace, love, and blessings, guys. Come back for the next one. Bye.